Welcome to NeverLossTrading. Today we want to discuss 3 IBD stock picks and how we can trade them with our trading system. This is me, your presenter today. My name is Thomas Barman, and I want to make you aware of the risk of trading and that always past performance is not indicative for future results. IBD, Investors Business Daily, a newspaper geared towards the individual investor, in business since 1984, provides detailed information about stocks, mutual funds, commodities, and others. We want to put today a relation of how stock picks made by IBD can be traded in relation with NeverLossTrading for successful trading to the up, downside, and if the market goes sideways. As a company, we are providing education and we are sharing technology and information with our members and students. When we look the S&P 500 and IBD, they have a lot in common. Those are the sectors by value of the S&P 500 on the left, and on IBD, the amount of stocks out of the top 50 that are related to the sectors like technology. You see here, value-wise, technology represents 21% of the S&P 500, and 19% of the stocks features in the IBD top 50 are related to technology. Next sector, energy. There's a little stronger focus on energy at IBD than it is in the value statement of the S&P 500. The next sector would be financials here. That corresponds with this, and that's how you can see we are pretty much rounded in both areas, representing the entire market with specific picks. But where do we relate, and how can NeverLossTrading support and supplement IBD stock picks? IBD stock picks often are geared towards a buy and hold strategy, so the investor is long-term oriented, invests in a stock and runs it up. What we offer is a buy and sell strategy, much more shorter-term oriented, trading the waves of the market, and it works for stocks, commodities, currencies, and treasuries. Our system is very momentum and market pressure based, and so reason that adds to the overall scheme and offers more opportunities, or let's say additional opportunities for trading to the individual investor or for protecting current assets with protective methods that we also teach. With our system, we always answer the 5 critical elements: what to trade, when to trade it, when is a stock ripe to be traded, what are the key specific entries and exits, and how can I adjust the trade in case it goes wrong. With that all together, we are looking to, first of all, getting you a recuperation of the tuition to be paid for taking NeverLossTrading classes, and then when that is returned, we are focusing on how to make returns on your current capital so that you can strive for infinite returns. We'll have separate presentations of how that all works. Now we want to see how everything fits together with the program. What we offer works on all type of accounts. Yeah, if you have a margin account, an IRA account, a 401k, we have stocks, ETFs, commodities, currencies we monitor and focus on, and we also apply hedge and support strategies with futures and options. That's all part of our learning program. So how do our trade principles work? On our chart, it's pretty easy laid out. Blue stands for the upside. You see that here. Up trade to the upside, red for a trade on the downside. Always when we put a purple cloud around the trade, the market or the specific security is setting up for a breakout, but it's not decided yet, and so we rather stay out of the market until the market has made a decision and continues either in red or in blue, which makes trading easy for you. What do we trade? 85% of the markets are institutional money driven, and by our technology we are able to paint the footprint of institutional money right on your charts for you to see it at any given time frame of the day or in between days. So if you have a share and you use our software that you picked from any source, then you can see immediately on your chart at what position that share is, and if there is a trade indication, or if we rather propose to stay out of the share, and if there is a trade proposal, if it goes to the up or the downside. The basis of our concept is institutional leaders initiate the first move where the price breaks out of the barriers between the first support and resistance, establishing a new high and low. From there, either fund managers and followers jump on board and trade that share up. That moment we know already when to get in. That's our alarm signal that you learn to set. Then we are trading for one speed unit. Yes, that's one expected price move per time period observed, and then we get out of the trade. We're trading also for 2 speed units. That's all part of our mentorship program. But the key principle is we follow institutional leadership that establishes a new high or a new low. When the new high or the new low is taken out by followers coming in, we are in with the followers and we trade for 1 speed unit and produce short-term profits. How does it all rate with IBD? We are now taking 3 shares and show you how our concept can supplement trading the waves the price makes in its turns and taking profits from that if the market goes up, down or sideways. The first IBD pick we are looking at today is the company CLF, Natural Resource Company. That share, how you see it here on the chart, it's a weekly chart, dropped basically 50% of its value in the sake of the last 12 months, or 9 months here on the chart. So this is where you see the steep drop of how the share came down. And for us now the question comes, what could we have done? How could we have observed that the share is making a change in its direction? And how could we have supported our investment to make a profit instead of losing half of the invested money that we put in to this share? So that's showing on the next chart. And here we go down to a daily level and we are observing the time frame between 6:13 and 11:24 of 2012. Yeah, so in that time frame the share price dropped $13. Yeah, so that's what we observe between here and here. The share price dropped $13. So how could we have traded those waves? And you see on the chart by the NLT indicators we are spelling out trade directional proposals and framing red or blue if we see those proposals are pointing to the up or to the downside. Here you see we have our indicators coming in telling us we have a sell sign, and when the sell sign gets taken out, that means the threshold, so in that case the low of the candle which is associated to the sign gets taken out by the next candle that gets us into a trade, and then we trade for at minimum 1 SPU, or we trail our stop by that red line that you have on top when we trade to the downside, and on the bottom if you trade to the upside. So again here on the upside, when the turn comes, we get another trade proposals, trade to the upside, and that's what we do on here. As you see, a sell proposal, and that's how we are able to not only trade one direction or just buy and wait if the share price makes its turns to the upside. Instead, we have the opportunity to focus in detail and trading those waves. What could it have meant if we traded the waves right? So here, when we caught that move to the downside, we could have added $10 to our portfolio, and when we look for more downside trades, here's 3, here's 13, if we took those tops to the bottom and followed and trailed our stop with the red line. The same to the upside. Here is a $9 we can make between that entry signal and the exit signal, and there was an additional $7 to be made between this entry signal and the exit signal. So had we added up all these, we could have made a $40 or $42 to be precise profit instead of making a $13 loss. So this is how the indicators help you as individual traders when the stock pick is made to not only buy and hold and wait if things turn out positive. We can actively trade without even over trading the position and constantly make money if the markets move up or down. In addition, we definitely also show you how to make the protection and adjustments in trade so that you are able to always be on top of your trade so that your capital is preserved. The next stock we are looking at is TFM. On TFM, we measured the performance between the entry here and the current value, and so it basically moved up by $5. So now we use the same principle that we utilized prior and see how we could have traded the wave with an entry proposal to the downside here on that first signal, then to the downside here on the exit signal when we came out of that purple zone, and definitely to the upside here where we had the proposition filled, to the upside here where we had our proposition filled, and to the upside on that small little up move where again our price threshold was filled and our exit was painted on the chart, and we followed through. The same on that occurrence where we have two signals pointing to the upside with a clearly defined exit, and that gives us a total of a potential of $18 to be realized instead of the $5 which result the buy and hold. So again, stock's a good pick, but instead of just buying and holding and waiting, we are adding to our portfolio within trading the waves, constantly making the move to the up and the downside. Many traders are still fearful of shorting the market. That's not a problem at all. We show you methods how you can short that market and make the additional profit or even higher ones when the prices fall with appropriate concepts using options which can be used in any type of account, even with smaller accounts, and you will not be in violence with any SIC rules, or you don't have to have the fear of a short squeeze uprise which could be detrimental for your account. So we show you all those methods. In our final example, we look at Apple. This time we are taking a weekly chart and test the dimensions and directions of our indicators. And again, you see our indicators find clearly wonderful trade entries here to the upside as well as to the downside, and that at any instance. And here we see bigger distances to be run by Apple Computer. And if we add up all these individual curves that we could have traded, it pans out as follows. If we traded to the downside, we had a $40 opportunity here and a $160 opportunity here. If we traded up, 225 here, 20 here, and 78 here, that all adds up to an opportunity of $623 in the same period of time where buy and hold produced a wonderful $175 profit. That's 3 times more, which can be contributed by trading the waves with an appropriate method, and that's what we offer to you with NeverLossTrading. You can learn our concept in 3 days, and we support you for another 6 months, where we answer all your questions and assure with you together that the system sticks with you and that you can apply it for your benefit. We are offering 4 mentorship classes that are geared for different type of investors. The first is geared for the independent investor who wants to run an own software with scanners on their machine so that the intraday can scan which opportunities come up to act on them, and also after the day they can segment the markets, go through all that. These softwares will be installed on the machine for those who decide to sign up for the top line program. It has very high probability trading as all the others, but gives you a lot of independence that you can look at the market from all kind of directions on your own need. The high frequent trader finds himself or herself in the NLT stock trading program, because when you can trade the market every day, this program gives you the highest opportunities in the amount of trades to be taken at a lot of high probability propositions. You have in total 4 different indicators giving you entry propositions with the HF program, and that should be for your benefit within trading shorter term and within trading any changes of directions with the stock or the appropriate option. For traders who don't have the ability to trade that frequent, our Wealth Builder program is geared towards those who look at 2 times a week or 2 times a month trading. We have wonderful picks of stocks that we propose that work best for that, ways to always, also overnight, protect your assets and move along to make constant income with your shares along with their growth. If you're a day trader, we have our income generating program where we are trading futures and options, so leverage tools which help the individual investor to produce a daily income. All NeverLossTrading mentorship programs are productivity tools, so they should give you a high return and a fast recuperation of your tuition. And this is how we put it together and also put a proof to it. You best find it on our website. I don't want to guide you through all these detailed information right on here, but look at our website, NeverLossTrading, and you'll see a little calculator or a bigger calculator, all kind of type. If you scroll down a little and there look at the value statement, you can see how you can benefit and how the average student benefits from the program. First of all, recuperating tuition between 6 weeks and 6 months, depending on the amount they're trading for and the frequency of trading. And with that, it's all calculated, and you see all the base assumptions of what type of chart calculations you have. So if you're a wealth builder, we don't have any association to intraday trading, because that's what we assume you will not be doing. And then we calculate everything through, and you see what your return's going to be and how fast you're going to be profitable on average, taking examples of other traders. So if you want to know more about that, we have a couple of specials which we offer right now, and you can use our promo code and find everything clearly laid out for you on NeverLossTrading.com. You can contact us at any time, and we are happy to schedule a private consultation with you, where with no obligation we want to show you how NeverLossTrading works and how it can work for you and your benefit. We're looking forward to hearing back from you. Thank you very much for your attention.